Welcome in, Capricorn. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. For those of you that are new, welcome in, guys. My name's Lisa. Welcome to Say It Soul Tarot. For those of you returning, welcome back again. Hope everybody's doing awesome. So, Capricorn, this is going to be your general monthly read in love for the month of April. So, as well, I will do a mid-month reading. It'll probably be around the 10th to the 12th. I'll have that out for you guys. But this is your longer read for the month. You already drew your oracle cards here, Capricorn. You're on the left, your person's on the right. I'm going to walk you through what's going on here for the month of April between you and your person. As well, I'm going to ask about this person's feelings for you, your feelings for them, actions for the month of April, as well as pull some messages, hidden messages from your person's higher self at the end of the reading. So definitely stay tuned for that. As always, guys, though, general read. So, you know, take it out, resonates. Don't ever try to make a reading fit. Hopefully it's yours, but if not, feel free to check out some of my older Capricorn readings and or another reader. Time is fluid, so don't be dissuaded by timestamps on readings. So let's dive in here. So definitely looks like right now I feel like Capricorn, you have been feeling pretty overwhelmed. I feel like right now I feel like in the past or recently your focus really hasn't been on love. I feel like you have been feeling quite overwhelmed. Just with, that could be work, projects, kids, responsibilities, parents, whatever that might be here with this frog energy. But I feel like for a lot of you, you've been trying to kind of like work through some of your issues here with this person in relationships in general. I feel like you have taken a step back from this person that you're interested in here. Like, I just feel like you needed a time out, I want to say. So I do feel like you need to apologize to this person. So I do feel like you are going to be sending some sort of message here, or you've been getting a message that you need to do something to rectify the situation with somebody. So I don't know if you recently had a falling out with somebody, or you just had a lot going on. You had to pull back your energy. But I definitely feel like you're feeling a little bit bad about that, if I'm being real. So either someone's giving you an apology or you are giving the apology. I feel like it's you because these cards are on your side. But again, feel free to flip it how you see fit, or how it works for you. But again, I feel like at the end of the day here, Capricorn, you actually believe that, believe in the impossible is here. So Spirit's encouraging you not to give up on the situation with this person. It's not impossible that you and this person can't work through your issues. So I do like that. I feel like Spirit's encouraging you again not to give up on what it is that you're really wanting. So, hold your vision is really what I'm getting as well. And then with this knowledge card, so perhaps before you kind of like really make it like a decision, Capricorn, you need to have more knowledge. You need to maybe spend more time with this person. You need to maybe get to know them better before you kind of like make a decision, right? So I feel like for a lot of you, this gives me the energy of like you and this person not really being in a full-on relationship. I feel like you've had cycles with each other, but again, I feel like not like a full-blown thing. So again, this could have been somebody that you met that you weren't able to like really commit to. And again, I feel like there's reasons for that here, which I feel like you want to explain why. But you haven't forgot about this person. This person's still obviously on your mind, or you wouldn't have clicked on this reading. So that being said, let's take a look at your person. I feel like now you have an opportunity. So this is the mutual energy between you and your person, is this crossroads card. So are you going to take a risk here, Capricorn, on love? Are you going to like send a message and explain where you've been? I want to say, or like what happened, why you had to dip out, possibly. So I feel like this person, they are a little bit in their pride. So I feel like their pride was hurt by whatever happened between the two of you. They're getting don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. So we have Full moon in Leo just actually happened in the middle of February because it's always the opposite sign, which was Aquarius season. So maybe something happened in the middle of February around the full moon in February. That's not going to be for all of you. That's pretty specific. You might also be dealing with someone who has Leo in their chart as well, or a Leo placement. You might as well. But this energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. So I feel like this person energetically can possibly feel like something is coming, that they're going to hear from you, or I feel like this person is hoping that they are going to hear from you on some level. I feel like they are a little bit exhausted. So I feel like this person, has been possibly spending some time trying to kind of like ground themselves, get in touch with, how they actually really feel. This person could also be, a healer in some way, shape, or form, or, they may meditate, they may spend time doing that. That's not for all of you. And I mean, meditation doesn't mean always just like sitting down, having your legs crossed and like not listening to anything. People meditate in different ways, listening to music, going for a walk, being in nature, whatever that might be for your person. But I feel like this person has been trying to do that. And again, I feel like it's out of frustration. I feel like this person is been pretty frustrated here with this never ending story card. So again, I feel like this isn't the first time maybe that you've had to dip out, Capricorn, on some level. And again, whatever those reasons are, I feel like, I feel like you need to apologize to this person. So this person, I feel like has kind of been trying to kind of like work through some of their issues as well. I feel like, that cycle has caused this person, has maybe triggered them in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like, this person has been now kind of like trying to heal those triggers or deal with those feelings that come up when you pull away your energy here. So, but at the end of the day here, I still feel like this person has a lot of love for you here and definitely feels like, they have a very special connection with you with the soulmates card coming out. Deep love, unity, and connection. This person like is fierce, they're showing up here as the wolf energy for the month of April. So they are a little protective. This person might be a little bit defensive initially if you are sending this message. But again, I feel like they are fiercely loyal as well. So, the wolf protects their pack, but they also sometimes need their space to process what's been going on between the two of you. So, if this person as well, so it kind of looks to me like there's been some mirroring here as well. So, like this person has also been a little bit solitary, if that makes sense. So again, we're kind of moving into Aries season. There's been a lot of planets in Pisces, and now a lot of those planets are like slowly moving into Aries now that we're started Aries season. So I just feel like in general across all of the this is the last reading for the 12 zodiacs that I'm doing. And there's been a lot of action taking, whereas in the past, everybody's kind of been sitting back. And now, things are like finally kind of like gaining momentum, moving forward, making decisions as well. I've been seeing a lot of that in a lot of the readings in general. So likely you've been feeling that as well here, that it's time to take some action here, Capricorn. Make a decision about what direction you're moving in. So let's see how this person's currently feeling about you. This person, 5 of Cups. So I feel like that's you having some regret here. All right, let's see here. How does this person currently feel about Capricorn? Current feelings for Capricorn, please. Queen of Pentacles coming out. King of Swords. Feelings, please. How does this person feel about Capricorn? Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. This person's been waiting, Capricorn. Been waiting. Yeah. So I do feel like this person sees you as their long term here. We have the Empress on the bottom. Yeah, I feel like this person was pretty brokenhearted here by you. A lot of emotions, a lot of feelings beneath the surface. I feel like a lot of feelings came up for this person. And again, I feel like right now, this person is thankful, I feel like, for some of the lessons, right? Like they had to deal with some things during this time of you and this person being apart. But at the end of the day here, they're waiting on you. They want to be in a long-term relationship with you for sure. No doubt in my mind here on that. And I feel like they are a lot wiser since, and this person has changed. I want to say this person has changed and or grown. So, if you haven't seen this person for a while here, I feel like you might be quite surprised. And I don't know, maybe you've seen this person kind of grow and change over the course of your friendship slash relationship, whatever it's been for you. But I feel like this person has gained a lot of wisdom here with that King of Swords. So I feel like, there was probably a reason why you had to kind of take a time out here, Capricorn. And, you had to do some growing. This person had to do some growing. I feel like this person, though, they really do want to be like solid and steady. Like that's really what they're wanting to be, and I feel like they've been waiting on you here. So, but I definitely feel like this person, wants to kind of like wrap their arms around you here, Capricorn, and just kind of like really, I feel like this person is the type of person that has a lot of love to give, and I feel like they really want to give it to you. So, I feel like it's going to take some time though for you and this person to kind of like rebuild that trust because it feels to me like that trust was broken on some level. So I feel like maybe the question for you, Capricorn, is like, are you really serious about that or not? I guess we'll see how you're feeling. How does Capricorn feel about this person? How is Capricorn feeling about this person? So I have the High Priestess, Ten of Swords, the Emperor, Justice. Lots of majors on your side. Six of Wands. Nine of Wands. The Hierophant. All right. So one thing I will say right off the bat here is that being in any kind of long-term serious commitment, I feel like in the past that's not something that you were really interested in, Capricorn, or and that could have been because you maybe weren't out of something else. So for some of you, this definitely could have been third party, somebody not quite divorced yet, something along those lines. That's not going to be for all of you. Otherwise, here, Capricorn, in your feelings, I feel like there's a part of you here that wanted things to just be over, and then there's another part of you here that you really didn't want to let this person go. I feel like on some level here, for the longest time, I feel like you didn't really necessarily want to show up as the Emperor. So I feel like that was really a choice that you made in the past, that had cause and effect here, right? Like, if you're not going to show up and be consistent for somebody, there's almost like a little bit of self-sabotage in your energy in the past that I'm picking up on. And again, that could have been because you were feeling very overwhelmed, had a lot of responsibilities outside of love, and you just felt like you couldn't really give it your all. But I feel like now, in order to have success with this person, you need to get over your fears here about being in a commitment or about getting married or being in another long-term relationship. And I feel like for a lot of you, it definitely might have been where you used to be, but I feel like you're now realizing that if you really want to be with this person, you're going to need to kind of like overcome those fears here and show up. And I do love we have the Hierophant and the High Priestess in this reading. Divine counterparts. We did see the Empress on the bottom of the deck earlier, and we have the Emperor out. So I feel like you know what direction you need to move in, Capricorn, or the direction that you're being pulled to move in. So I want to say, like, listen to your heart here in this situation, because I feel like it's, you're really wanting to move towards this person. Yeah. And again, I feel like for the longest time, you kind of like was avoiding, committing to somebody because there was a lot of fear and a lot of pain around that previously. And that could have been, has nothing to do with this person, possibly, right? I feel like, we bring things into relationships that we don't really realize why we're, why we have certain patterns, why we like dip out, why we can't, really commit. And then, sometimes it takes losing that person to really like want to change or work through our fears, right? So it looks like you're like trying to overcome that. So I love that, Capricorn. I feel like you are wanting to move in this direction with this person. Let's ask about if this person's going to take any actions towards you in April. Any actions towards my Capricorn here from their person? Actions. So 2 of Swords. Five of Cups. This person really misses you. Yeah, they really miss you. They want to spend time with you. I feel like this person is not gonna, I feel like they're thinking about communicating with you here, Capricorn, but I feel like they're kind of waiting on you because this is, how they're feeling right now. They're missing you. They want to spend time with you, but they're not saying anything. I mean, the 2 of Swords in this card. So something you're not aware of is that they are missing you. They want to spend some time with you. They're thinking about reaching out to you, but I feel like this person may struggle as to what to say to you. So let's see if you're going to take any action, because I feel like this person is waiting on you to do something here. All right, let's see. What actions is Capricorn going to take? Is Capricorn going to take any action here in April? Actions. Yep, there it is. Knight of Cups. Tell me more. Knights are messengers. Knight of Cups, 3 of Cups. Strength. I feel like you're a little bit nervous here, Capricorn, about seeing this person. But I feel like, again, I feel like you are overcoming your fears, so I love that. Yeah, I feel like you're gonna make an attempt here to see this person, get together with them, possibly make plans with them. And again, I feel like at the end of the day here, you're kind of like overcoming your fears here about the future here, about commitment. So I'm definitely talking to somebody who, has a hard time with that, who's been, incredibly hurt by somebody else in the past. It's been really holding back, not wanting to get out of a comfort zone, not wanting to step into, Emperor energy and really show up for your person. But I feel like you're realizing at the end of the day that, you care enough about this person. You need more knowledge before you kind of make a final decision here about being in a long-term commitment. Would this really work? Can this really work? And I feel like you haven't spent enough time with this person to make that decision. But I feel like as well, you don't want to have any regrets about not taking this leap of faith. So I love this for you, Capricorn. This looks nice. I'm glad to see that you're like moving past any kind of like fears or things that are holding you back. I'm a big believer in like, at the end of the day, what do you have to lose if you really care about somebody, and at the end of the day, I'd rather, wear my heart on my sleeve than have any regrets. I mean, to me, that's the worst. Or say something I really wanted to say to somebody, and, that opportunity passed me by because of fear, right? Um, I don't know. Maybe I just feel like I'd rather possibly be rejected than not let somebody know how I actually truly feel about them. But everybody's different. So let's get some messages from this person. Some things you may not know, Capricorn. And then I'm going to end your reading here. Messages to Capricorn from this person's higher self, please. All right, so we have, why do I feel this way? I wish I could be fully honest with you. So it looks like this person's holding back as well. We have a cry at night. So this person really misses you. I am blocked. So I don't know. Maybe somebody blocked somebody at some point as well. That could also talk about, chakras being blocked. Heart chakra, throat chakra. Any other messages here for Capricorn? Yeah, will this ever change? Yeah, this person, I feel like they really do love you. They have a lot of feelings for you. I can't let go of you. They have hurt me. So, I feel like, who hasn't been hurt in the past, right? But I feel like this person might be dealing with a water sign. Doesn't have to be, but I feel like this person definitely may have some water in their chart, because I'm really feeling like, this person feels very deeply. And again, at the end of the day, doesn't have to be, but that's what I'm getting. So very good chance that this person has a lot of water in their chart. Yeah, and this person, really does want to be in a long-term relationship with you. So I love this. This looks like it's taken a while to come together, but again, believe in the impossible here. Believe that you can turn the situation around, Capricorn. You know, I feel like the chapter between you and this person is not closed. So I feel like you need to, do what you need to do here. Send a message, apologize, make some plans to get together, show up in a loving way. And I feel like things could be back on track. It's not impossible, is what I want to tell you. All right, I think that might be what I'll title this. Believe in the impossible. So it can happen. You can do it. I have faith in you. All right. All right, guys, I'm going to end your reading here. If it did resonate, if you could let me know by hitting the like button, I'd really appreciate that. As always, I'll see you in your mid-month, and take care of yourselves. Until then.